Hello everyone! Welcome back to Money Pulsar. Have you ever noticed something strange? Some people working in offices, earning salaries every month, still struggle financially. Meanwhile, people doing skilled manual work, like electricians, carpenters, or truck drivers, seem to stay stable for decades. Today, we're going to break this mystery down in plain, simple language, step by step. You'll learn what white-collar and blue-collar jobs really mean, why income and financial stability are not guaranteed by job type, how some people make smart decisions without high degrees, and what you can do to build stable income, no matter your job. Watch till the end. This could completely change how you think about work and money. First, let's clear up some terms. When we say white-collar, we're usually talking about office jobs, like managers, accountants, or software developers. Blue-collar refers to jobs involving manual labor, like plumbers, mechanics, and construction workers. For a long time, society told us that a white-collar job was the golden ticket to success. Go to college, get a degree, land a corporate job, and you're set for life. But is that really how it works today? The reality is, the world has changed. Let's look at the financial pressures on many white-collar workers. They often live in expensive cities because that's where the big companies are. This means high rent or mortgages. They might have huge student loans from their degrees. Plus, there's the pressure to keep up appearances, nice clothes, new cars, trendy restaurants. All of this eats into their salary, leaving very little for savings or investment. It's a treadmill of earning more, just to spend more. Then there's job security. We used to think a corporate job was safe, but in recent years, we've seen massive layoffs in tech, finance, and other sectors. Companies are always looking to cut costs, and often that means letting go of mid-level or senior employees. Suddenly, a stable-looking career can vanish overnight. Finding a similar job with the same pay can be incredibly tough, especially when you're competing with thousands of others who are also laid off. It's a high-stakes game. Now let's switch gears and talk about our blue-collar friends. Many skilled trades don't require a 4-year degree. Instead, they involve apprenticeships or vocational training, which are often less expensive and get you earning money much faster. This means less debt from the start. A huge advantage. And think about it. We will always need plumbers to fix leaky pipes, electricians to keep our lights on, and mechanics to repair our cars. These are essential services that can't be outsourced to another country or automated by a computer. This constant demand creates incredible job security. A good plumber or welder is rarely out of work for long. They can often set their own hours, run their own businesses, and build a loyal customer base. Their income isn't just a salary. It's directly tied to the value they provide, and because they're not always in a major city, their cost of living can be much lower. This combination of steady work and lower expenses means they can often save and invest a much larger portion of their income. They're building real wealth, slowly and steadily. So, what's the big takeaway here? It's not about which job is better. It's about understanding the financial realities of each path. Financial stability doesn't come from a job title. It comes from smart financial habits. It's about living below your means, avoiding unnecessary debt, and consistently saving and investing for the future. You can be a high-earning lawyer drowning in debt. Or you can be a successful carpenter who owns their home, has a healthy retirement fund, and zero financial stress. The key lesson is to build skills that are in high demand and can't be easily replaced. Whether you're coding an app or building a house, focus on becoming excellent at what you do. Then, master your personal finances. Create a budget, track your spending, and make a plan to invest for the long term. Don't fall into the trap of lifestyle inflation, where you're spending rizzes with every pay raise. Instead, use that extra income to build your financial freedom. No matter what path you're on, you have the power to create a stable financial future. It's not about the color of your collar, it's about the financial choices you make every single day. Have you ever wondered what people really mean when they talk about white-collar or blue-collar jobs? Today, we're breaking it down in a way you've never heard before. Let's start with white-collar jobs. These are typically office-based or professional roles. Think of someone in IT support at a software company, an accountant handling small business accounts, or an administrative assistant in a government office. They usually get a fixed salary every month. Their work often relies on company policies and might require formal training, degrees, or special certificates. Here is a simple way to picture it. Think of a white-collar worker, like someone getting water from a tap. The water flows as long as the tap is on. If the tap, gets turned off, the water stops. It's a steady stream, but you don't own the source. And remember, having a white-collar job doesn't automatically mean you're financially secure. Your income is tied to that one tap. Now, let's switch gears and talk about blue-collar jobs. This usually means skilled or manual work. It's often hands-on. Imagine an electrician fixing wiring in homes and factories, a carpenter building custom furniture, or a truck driver delivering essential goods across the country. These roles can be salaried, but often the pay is tied to the job or the project. The key difference here is that income often depends on the demand for their specific skill. They can work for a company, but they can also earn independently or take on multiple small jobs at once. They're much less dependent on a single employer. Here is another analogy for you. A blue-collar worker is like someone who knows how to dig a well. If one well dries up, they have the skill to find a new spot and dig another. They own the skill to get the water, no matter where they are. Their value is in what they can do, not just who they work for. It's a powerful lesson. Real independence comes from your skills, not just your job title. Your income is tied to how useful you are. So, what's the big takeaway from all this? Whether you're getting water from a tap or digging your own well, neither one is inherently better. They're just different ways of earning a living. The white-collar path often offers stability and a clear career ladder within a company. The blue-collar path can offer more independence and a direct link between your skill level and your earnings. The modern world is actually blurring these lines. You see tech workers who are highly skilled, like welders, and you see tradespeople building massive businesses, creating their own taps. The most important thing isn't the color of your collar, but understanding how your income is generated. Are you relying on a single source, the tap, or are you developing skills that allow you to create your own source, the well? The smartest people today are doing both. They might have a stable job, but they're also learning new skills, building side projects, or creating multiple streams of income. They're rebuilding a system where they have both the tap and the knowledge to dig a well if they ever need to. This way, they're not just surviving. They're setting themselves up to thrive no matter what the economy does. What are your thoughts on this? Do you see yourself more as a tapisser or a well-digger? Let's talk about a huge misconception that messes with so many people as career choices. The idea that white-collar jobs make you rich and blue-collar jobs mean you re-poor. Honestly, that's just not true most of the time. Think about where this idea comes from: social media, what our families expect, or even movies showing a fancy office worker with a perfect life. But reality is often very different. I know a guy, an office worker, who makes a decent salary, maybe around $2,500 a month. Sounds good, right? But after paying rent in the city, student loans, and credit card bills, he's barely breaking even. On the other hand, there's a plumber who technically earns less on paper, maybe $1,200 a month from his main job, but he takes on small, independent jobs on the side. Easily saving $500 every single month. The lesson here is simple. Your financial stability isn't about the job title. It's about your skills and how you manage your money. Now, let's dive deeper into the income reality for many white-collar workers. The typical setup is a fixed salary. You're dependent on your employer, and raises or promotions can be slow to come. For instance, imagine a software tester at a small IT firm earning $3,000 a month. It seems stable. But what happens if the company decides to downsize? His income stops overnight. The risks are real. Layoffs are common. Your skills can become outdated if you don't keep learning. And your career growth can be stuck behind a long line of people in the company hierarchy. This shows that even a so-called stable office job can be incredibly risky if you're relying on that one single paycheck. True financial security doesn't come from being a white-collar or blue-collar worker. It comes from having valuable skills, being smart with your money, and maybe even building multiple streams of income. It's about being in control of your finances, not what your job looks like on paper. Don't let old labels limit your choices or your potential to build a truly stable life. Let's talk about the income reality for blue-collar workers. A lot of people assume it's unstable, but that's not always the case. Their work is skill-based, independent, and driven by real-world demand. Take an electrician, for example. Let's say they service about 10 homes a day, charging a modest $20 per job. Do the math. That's $200 a day. If they work 30 days a month, that's $6,000. Now, what if one client cancels? No big deal. They still have 9 other jobs that day. Their income isn't tied to a single employer. Plus, their skills become more valuable over time. An experienced electrician can charge more, take on bigger projects, and even mentor others, creating multiple streams of income. The lesson here is simple. Consistency and stability come from having useful, in-demand skills, not just from sitting in an office. So, it's clear that the color of your collar doesn't decide your financial future. What really matters? 4 things. The depth of your skills, your adaptability, your ability to manage money, and a commitment to continuous learning. Let's look at another fresh example. Imagine an accountant, a classic white-collar job. If they stick to using the same old software year after year and don't learn any new financial regulations, their income will likely stay flat. They become just another cog in the machine. Now, compare that to a plumber, a blue-collar professional. If this plumber actively learns advanced piping techniques, gets certified in new eco-friendly systems, and masters smart home water technology, their income will grow steadily. They can take on more complex, higher-paying jobs. See the pattern? It's not about the job title. It's about skill growth and having control over your work. That's the real recipe for financial stability. Let's wrap up with the key takeaways. First, the type of collar you wear, blue or white, does not guarantee success or failure. What truly matters are your skills, your willingness to adapt, and your passion for learning. Both white-collar and blue-collar workers can build incredible financial security, but only if they understand and grow the value of their skills. Think of it this way. Money follows usefulness, not job labels. The more useful you are to others, the more your income potential grows, regardless of what your job is called. If this video helped you see careers and money in a new light, do me a favor and hit that like button. Share it with someone who needs to hear this, and subscribe to Money Pulsar for more insights. Your journey to financial clarity starts right here. And just a quick reminder, this video is for educational purposes. Some details are simplified for clarity, so always do your own research before making any big career or financial decisions. Thanks for watching.